Ireland Connected in association with pigsback.com. You get more back with pigsback.com.
Now, if you're worried about your child going to a new school or about your failing fitness regime, don't despair, because our internet expert, Maeve Kneafsey, joins us now to show you this week's handy websites, including one to get you thinking positive. That's a big one, I can tell you. Let's start with the feelfit.tv site. What's that about?
Basically, you know, as you know, there's a plethora of sites out there to help you get fit, to lose weight, and of course everybody keeps inventing new ways of doing it because it's quite difficult to do and we all fail. But this, I thought the site was quite clever, because what they do is they give you, they basically profile you. So they give you a fitness program and get well program. So that'll include you keeping your diary of what you're eating and keeping track of what basically your fitness as well.
Accountability.
Exactly. So you kind of feel an obligation to keep going, and you can't hide from the reality of whether you're cheating or not. And also they give you a program of videos, which I thought was a really good idea, that you can exercise to, and you can look at them through your PC, through your Mac, through your iPhone and your iPod. So it's really, really clever little way of doing it. So it's a novel approach.
And is there a fee for this then as a result?
There is a fee, but it's not a huge amount of money. And you know, with this one, the commitment and makes it work is actually you keep doing it and keeping the diary and keeping on going.
All right.
Yeah.
I think this next site is great, because anyone who's driving around any city or on the M50 for a day will feel that people should do positivity exercises in their car.
Yeah.
Might calm them down a little bit and might make them kinder to their fellow motorist. Positivityratio.com. Tell us about it.
Well, I came across this because, you know, I suppose there's a big, there's so much negativity going around in the air, and you're trying to look and see what things are out there to try and help people be more positive. And this is a research done by a psychologist that identifies that if you can get your positivity ratio, in other words, how many positive thoughts do you have against negative thoughts, up, your ability to deal with adversity, to overcome problems, is massively improved. And of course, your quality of life is massively improved. Now, it may be really obvious, but she's backed this up with psychological and assessment and research. So what she does is she has this little tool that you can test, really, you can take every day to see what your positivity ratio is. And if you want to go deeper, you can start taking that every week. And then you can see kind of a graph of how you are in terms of positivity.
Weigh up your negative thoughts against your positive.
And the idea being that she's going to give you tips and guidelines to improve your positivity. And I think if the payoff is that you can handle things with less stress and less of a problem and kind of overcome them, I think it's well worth doing.
Nicer outlook on life then as well.
Exactly, and it's very easy, very straightforward. It's not a whole lot of mumbo-jumbo research that you have to read to get to the meat of it.
See the good in things rather than the negative or the bad.
Exactly.
All right, hairybaby.com. Great name. What does it do?
It's an absolutely fantastic idea. I mean, you know, you see these T-shirts all over the place, you know, whatever it happens to be, for brands or for just sayings or whatever it happens, or your pop star. This is an Irish one that you can get T-shirts with kind of truly unique Irish sayings on them, and they're just really funny. So, you know, there's one for a kid, for example, with dote on it, or you can get one for your father with "My dad's an idiot," and there's another one for...
I love that.
There's some brilliant ones, really, really good, or "What time is mass?" And I just thought it was such a clever idea. They're lovely T-shirts, they're really, really good cotton, they're very reasonably priced. You know, for kids, I think it's €15, for adults it's €30. And it's just uniquely Irish, so I thought it was a clever idea and a very easy way to shop online.
There's one there, I love tay and hang sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly.
And with All Ireland time coming up again, that's one that certainly might be...
There's a very nice Father Ted one which says, "Hasn't Mary got a lovely bottom?" which I thought was pretty amazing.
All right. Schoolbooks.ie. A lot of parents will have the school books in, depending on the school, and a lot won't at this point.
Yeah, well, it's a bit like the build-up to Christmas. You know, you have very good intentions. I'm going to get everything done really early, and I'm going to be totally organised and not stressed. But if you're like me and your holidays in August, usually the build-up towards getting things done is just very stressful. So schoolbooks.ie allows you to order your books online and also pay for them to be covered, which I think is a really extra brilliant service. It's 99 cents now, the book. It's not cheap, but if you've an awful lot of books and an awful lot of very little time, it's a good option for you. But the other thing they do is that they've uploaded the school books book list. So, for example, you can go in, certainly in the case of bigger schools, you'll find the school, you'll find the year, and you'll find the book list for that particular year. So you don't even have to go and scramble around and find the hard, paper version of the school.
So they'll do it all and deliver it then for a small fee as well. And they're also doing stationary school bags now as well.
Everything.
One-stop shop, practically. OK, theparentsite.com. This should be of immense help to most parents out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a friend who's just had her first child, and she's going to big school in September and very stressed about it. And I said, God, you know, I'm sure there's something online, and this is literally a website that gives you guidelines and tips and kind of preparing yourself, probably more yourself than your child actually, to get ready for big school. And you start off doing certain things, you know, a month beforehand to try and warm you both up to the idea of school, so there isn't that big drama the first day, where there's tears, or I don't know who's crying, whether it's the child or the mom.
It's usually the parents
these days, isn't it? Yeah, and of course we as parents, because we're anxious, we pass it on to our kids.
All right, Maeve, pleasure as always. Let's discuss the poll now. The result of last week's poll, which asked, how will you vote in the upcoming Lisbon Treaty, is that 39% of our respondents said they will vote no, and 35% said they will vote yes when we go to the polls in October. Presumably the other 26% are undecided. Well, the question in this week's poll is, should the school summer holidays be changed to April, May and June? To register your vote, log on to pigsback.com and we'll give you the results in 2 weeks' time.
Ireland Connected, in association with pigsback.com. You get more back with pigsback.com.